At NIT Srinagar, we are dedicated to the cause of imparting quality technical education in the region. And as a part of our mission, we recognize the need to create a strong and transformative technical educational environment in which fresh ideas, moral principles, research and excellence nurture along with maintaining the international standards of industry. NIT Srinagar family, in the spirit of its duty towards the industry in particular and society in general, strives to inculcate the highest degree of confidence, professionalism, academic excellence and engineering ethics in young professionals it trains. I invite you to participate in making us realize our dream and taking this great institution to newer heights.
We at NIT Srinagar strive to prepare the students for lifelong learning with global perspective. Our focus lies in nurturing creativity, independent thinking, and encouraging innovative solutions to real-life challenging problems in science, engineering, and technology. NIT Srinagar has always taken a lead in innovative teaching, knowledge building, and value-based educational experience. We now aim to establish this institute as a center of excellence in the emerging areas of research in engineering, technology, and its allied fields.
The Department of Civil Engineering is a major and a premier department of NIT Srinagar. It was established in 1960 at the inception of the institute. Since then, the department has progressed steadily by way of developments in faculty and learning resources. The department has produced eminent personalities whose contributions have been acknowledged widely.
This department has produced about 30 PhD scholars so far and about 200 masters scholars and about 6,000 bachelors of mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering department is having bachelor program in mechanical and master's program in mechanical system design and tribology.
Electronics and Communication Engineering Department was started in the institute in 1984. We offer programs BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering and 2 MTech programs, one in Communication and Information Technology, another in Microelectronics. The students are admitted through JEE and CCMT respectively.
The department was established in 1960 along with a few other departments in erstwhile RSC Srinagar. Presently, the department has 17 faculty members in different areas like power and energy systems, control systems and automation, power electronics and electric drives. Over the years, the engineering curriculum has changed tremendously, but what has remained constant is our commitment towards imparting quality technical education to our students at both UG and PG level. We have a sanctioned intake of 100 at UG level, and besides that we are offering 2 PG courses, one in electric power and energy systems and power electronics and electric drives. We have presently 45 students enrolled in our doctoral program who are doing their PhD in cutting edge research areas in different areas of electrical engineering.
The department was established way back in 1963. That time initially the department had the bachelor's program which was initially for 5 years, and intake of the students was 27 initially. Department has tremendously progressed thereafter, and now we are having the bachelor's level intake of students as 103. We have developed many laboratories and many facilities have been developed in the department.
Department of Computer Science and Engineering is presently offering a BTech program in Computer Science and Engineering. This program started in the year 2007. A large group of PhD scholars in our department, and presently research is being conducted in core areas of machine learning, Internet of Things, network security, computer architecture, algorithms, computer vision, etc. Right now, more than 12 students have already graduated in the form of getting their PhD degrees, and 18 students are presently still in their process of completing their PhD program. We have computer networks, we have artificial intelligence, we have computer graphics, and obviously the data structures and the programming lab is also there.
Department of Information Technology, we started in 2007, the first batch 2007, and then after that we reached to a strength starting with 55. Now more than 70 students are intake capacity in the BTech, and we do have the PhD program here in the Department of Information Technology, and our future plan is to start the MTech in Information Technology, maybe 1 or 2 branches of the Information Technology. We do have more than 100% placements in Department of Information Technology, and we do have many patents this year, and the last year we have submitted for the patents, and in addition to that we are having a sort of a research tendency seen in the students, and we are helping the students so that they can pursue their research in future as well. We are having the Apple Scab project where we want to predict the disease of the apple. We are having the handicrafts project with us where we want to check that whether the particular this handicraft is made by a particular craftsman or not. And we are having the other projects as well, like the pollution control, the dull pollution control, how to monitor the dull pollution control.
This department was established in the year 1963.
the intake during those days was less than 25. Nowadays the intake is about 97 students, and this number is going to increase in the future, since the government wants to increase the number of girl students to up to 33% of the total. The department has mainly 3 divisions: the physical metallurgy, mechanical metallurgy and extractive metallurgy. The department does a lot of consultancy work for the Kashmir region. Mainly it gets the consultancy for tensile strength of the rods and the zinc coating of the wires, the galvanized wires, and also sometimes we get the thickness measurements for coated sheets.
The history of the department is as old as the age of the institute. The department has taken its birth since the inception of the institute as one of the basic and fundamental departments as long as the curriculum of engineering graduates is concerned. We offer courses at UG level with basic engineering chemistry and environmental sciences. Department offers PG course as MSc chemistry. Department has got PhD courses as well. Near about 30 students are enrolled for their PhD program in the department as present. With the association of Ramanunju Fellow and DST INSPIRE faculty, Institute has established an interdisciplinary research center, namely iDREAM, that is interdisciplinary research on energy and advanced materials. Department offers services for consultancy in the area of analysis of various chemicals like pesticides, cement, lime, water, etc. for the private as well as government agencies.
Our department was established in 1960 with prominent personalities like Professor Rais Ahmed and Professor Radhakrishnan. Since then, the department is very active in research and academic activities. The department has produced more than 50 PhD scholars. We have around 500 research publications that have come in international journals of great repute. The department is running general course for all BTech programs in all engineering branches, and we also have started a MSc course in physics since 2015. Many R&D projects have been completed successfully and many are ongoing. One of the biggest projects that the department is having is a nanoscience project, which is worth around 200 lakhs. Right now there are more than 40 students who are pursuing their PhD program, and we hope to achieve our targets as early as possible.
The Department of Mathematics was established in the year 1960. Many eminent mathematicians worked in the department. During last 55 years, the department has produced many BTech students, MTech students and PhD students. In the department, we have many specializations like wavelet analysis, summability theory, operations research, fluid dynamics, discrete mathematics, linear algebra, numerical methods and so on. I feel this is one of the departments in UT that has so variety of specializations. Regarding the computational lab, we have a very high computational lab. We have Mathematica and MATLAB available in the department. Many research scholars and the faculty members are using MATLAB and Mathematica.
The Department of Humanities, Social Science and Management was established in the year 1960 as one of the founding departments of the institute. The department offers various courses in English, management and entrepreneurship to various BTech and MTech branches of the institute to give students a multidisciplinary approach towards engineering problems. Besides, the department offers 2 PG programs, that is MBA and MSc tied. The subjects offered at graduate, postgraduate and PhD level have a rigorous syllabus to familiarize students with modern concepts of management, social sciences, communication skills and English language. In addition to these courses, the department offers PhD in various areas of management, including marketing management, financial management, human resource management, entrepreneurship and English. During the year 2021, the department conducted an international conference on contemporary business trends along with workshop on management research and innovation and entrepreneurship. The department was also one of the organizers of Pan-NIT Humanities and Social Science Research Conclave conducted by NIT Warangal in January 2021. In addition, the Department of Humanities, Social Science and Management invited several experts to deliver special lectures on topics like marketing in the post-COVID-19 world, mental health during COVID-19, female entrepreneurship, need of innovations in the current market scenario, etc.
This department is looking for overall development of the student. Like after completing their graduation, maybe when the student is in third year, they are completing 6 semesters. The students are now looking for the job opportunities, and this institution is providing like 6 months internship opportunity. When the student is in 7th semester and 8th semester, the institute is approved 6 months internship policy. If you observe the records from last 3 years, the statistics, more than 60% of the 60% students they are placed, and among these, the average CTC for this NIT Srinagar students is more than 8.5 lakhs per annum, and especially for computer science and IT department. When it comes to the mechanical and civil and electrical engineering branches, metallurgy branches, the average CTC per annum is 6.5 lakhs. And one more thing is, not only that placement, and we are also giving in-house training to our students. So when the student is in 6th semester, through the TechCube 3 funds and through the institution funds, students are gaining the knowledge to employability skills training. So in last year 2020-21, even in the pandemic also, 135 companies they visited through virtual mode, and more than 240 students they got opportunity. Okay, and one more thing is, in 2020 we started the GATE coaching also through the TechCube 3 funds, and more than 90 students they qualified. In 2020 also, more than 1 or 2 students they qualified. So it means we are not only restricting the placement, we are also giving the opportunity for the higher education.
It is the research center and acts as the heart of the institute, where we fulfill the users' needs and provide speedy and timely services to the users by providing different types of information resources, whether it will be the print resources as well as the online resources. So far, the print resources are concerned since 1960 within the establishment of this institute. We have 68,000 of text and reference books available here, and we have the separate facility services for the SC/ST students, wherein the students are provided with the books for the whole semesters. Further, We have, besides the users, what they can't find in there's the shelves or the racks of the libraries, we provide those resources via online. The institute has subscribed different ebooks from the different publishers like Wiley, Springer, Pearson, Elsevier, and we have different resources subscribed yearly basis wherein the users can use the different articles, journals and the proceedings. The renowned publishers, the subscribed by the institute are Scopa, Science Director, IEEE, as well as we have the different online access of the journals from the Isho Sindhu. Different sections are available here like the acquisition sections or omission section. We have the reading cum browsing section for the reading sections are available, and different stacks are also available.
Computer Service Center is headed by Dr. Shaima Qureshi, who is working as chairperson here. And we have two engineers here, Umar Majid, who is looking after Windows. He's a Windows administrator. And Shabir Mustafa, who is looking after web. He's a web administrator here. And also with me is a team of 5-6 people who look after labs. We have a data center here. We have set up a smart data center here. And we have here 3 labs, which provides 300 nodes to the students. And we also provide internet connectivity to the campus, to the hostels. We have here 8 hostels. We have 8 departments. And we provide internet facility to each and every department and to each and every hostel. And we look after their issues. We look after their internet issues, hardware issues, website issues, software issues. And we are our data center, which is a smart data center, which provides 100G port capacity. And we have here a security in place. We have best security in place. We have a next generation firewall, which provides internet security to our users. And other than we conduct here exams, we conduct online exams, we conduct PhD research viva, we conduct placement exams for students. I'm here in the lab, which is a new lab, which has been recently set up. It has 100 nodes, and one more lab is behind me, and which has also 100 nodes. And there is one more lab with Computer Service Center of 60 nodes. So we have almost 250-300 nodes, which students use for their studies, for their e-learning, for their placement exams, or for their online trainings.
After the national initiative, which was undertaken by the Ministry of Skill Development and the Central Ministry in 2015-16, with the motto, with the objective was Stand Up India, Start Up India, Design in India, Make in India. This center was established in the year 2016 with the basic objective of establishing ventures, helping innovators, helping the local entrepreneurs, and also assisting the students in becoming job creators, then job seekers. We have established an incubation center of MSME in the year 2019, and where 2 ideas of local innovators are currently being developed. The first idea which we are developing currently is design and development of saffron processing machines. The second important product, designing and developing a seed sowing machine. I would like to mention one startup who is currently using high-tech, high-tech technology in using the artificial intelligence concept to find out the disease of the fruit growers. And then also he is going to develop an app where he is going to connect the buyers and the growers. We are also helping the village, the villages of this region. We have very recently launched a very unique program which we call as a V2V, Visit to Village, where we try to take our students to the villages and try to solve their problems through technological interventions. The IIT Center has also established a Section 8 company. We call it as a Greenovator Incubation Foundation. with three thrust areas. The three thrust areas which we are currently working on is Agri-Tech, number 2 is the Auto-Tech, and number 3 is the Enviro-Tech. Very recently there was a workshop which was conducted by the Nobel laureate Mohammad Yusuf, who is the Nobel laureate of the year 2016, who conducted an online session, a virtual session with our students and the local communities, the local startups, the local students of the colleges. We are also helping the other colleges in establishing incubation centers. So, because now the government is very much interested that incubation centers and innovation centers should be established in colleges to boost, the entrepreneurial and startup ecosystems in their campuses.
I currently am the chairman of the Central Research Facility Center, which houses some of the most sophisticated equipment like XRD, FE7, sputter coating, Raman spectroscope, etc.
This is basically a research center and this is a center which is used for outreach to the field people for their problems in water resources especially. And here in this we have developed a number of labs along with this center. We have the hydrobiology lab which is here, we will be seeing it shortly. Then we have the hydrometeorological center here, which is located on top of that water tank which we have. It gives us the data for humidity, temperature, rainfall, etc. It is all there and it's recorded automatically. Then third, we have set the Environmental and Sustainability Studies Center, which has been set up under TCube 3. So this center is newly developed, you will be seeing it shortly, and it contains all the equipment which is required for pollution monitoring of air, water, soil and this sound. We have 4 different sections there, you will be seeing it shortly.
We look after the patients, the faculty members, above all the students. First I see the patients myself, thereafter I have got 3 more helpers, pharmacists I must say. Our medical unit is 24/7 open. We have got the fully automatic analyzers over here where all the tests are done. From hormone levels, we do hormones, thyroid tests, FSH, LH, hormone profile also. We have got a CBC analyzer over here. We have got a full-fledged X-ray and ECG also, in case God forbid there is any emergency. We have got OPD also, full-fledged OPD. We see the patients 24/7 because 2 pharmacists, they are on rotation basis for the nights. We have got 2 ambulances and 4 drivers also. In our lab, we have got 2 senior personnel over here. We have got a full-fledged pharmacy over here where we provide the drugs free of cost to the students and the faculty members also. In addition, we have got a female nurse also. Yearly we go for influenza vaccine drive over here. We have seen that the new faculty members do come to this institute, we do a board examination is to be done. So without creating problems for them, we try to manage it and do that board examination over here also. We have got one more facility over here, that is psychiatric counseling. We have got dental facility over here. We have recently appointed dental assistant, and we are going to get one more dental doctor over here. So we have full-fledged dental equipments, dental chair over here. So I must say it's a mini hospital over here.
Workshop is the central facility of the institute. The primary objective of the central workshop is to conduct the classes of workshop practice. Workshop practice is the main practical oriented course which fulfills the basic academic criteria of BTech students. In addition of that, workshop is conducting classes of 3rd mechanical engineering students, 5th metallurgical engineering students related to the manufacturing technology courses. Workshop is also providing the facility to the students of final year students of BTech for manufacturing of their fabrication and manufacturing of their projects, and we are also helping them for development of the projects. Workshop is having 7 sections which we have accommodated 9 engineering trades.
the Office of Dean Students Welfare functions as a nodal center to promote various activities for the welfare of the students, taking into account their difficulties and socio-economic diversities. It provides the facilities to articulate creativity and aspirations. The students are encouraged to give expressions to their talents, to enrich social fabric and improve campus life besides pursuing their academic careers. There are 8 hostels in total, 6 for boys and 2 for girls. Some of the facilities that we provide in the hostels are water purifier facilities. Water purifiers are installed in each hostels and it has a capacity of 1000 liters. Then laundry system is in all the hostels. 24/7 housekeeping is there. 24/7 electricity and water supply is there. In case of power failure, we have a general facility available. Then you have 24/7 Wi-Fi connectivity in each hostel. Then CCTV cameras are installed, so CCTV surveillance is there. Banking facilities with ATM in each hostel is there. Medical facilities are there, and then library facilities 24/7 are there. At present, there are 13 students' clubs functioning in the institute. These clubs contribute to arts, culture, literature, innovations, personality development, debates, technical activities, yoga and meditation, and so on. We have been helping our students using Students Welfare Fund. Recently, we have provided rupees 5 lakh assistance from this fund to a student who was suffering from cancer.
The main responsibility of our section is to provide state-of-the-art construction works, infrastructure developments, renovations, faceliftings of various buildings in the campus. We are having 3 major sections in P&D, construction division headed by executive engineer, a state officer, and thirdly executive engineer, electrical engineering and electrical engineering department.
The institute always encourages the students to participate in various activities which is always conducted by the institute by the time to time, and by participating in these sports we inculcate the spirit of sportsmanship in the students. So in order to do this, we always conduct the various activities like we conduct the inter-semester tournaments, and we always encourage the students to participate in the All India tournaments which is conducted mostly in the other institutes or the other NITs, And regarding this, we do have facilities in our sports department. Like we do have developed, we have various projects which are under pipeline. For example, we are developing the 400-meter synthetic track. We are developing the 5 practice pitch for the cricket, and 2 basketball courts and 4 badminton courts. And along with this, we are developing the 2 lawn tennis courts. So all these facility will be developed within 1 year, within a 1 year of span. And along with this, we have recently developed the gym facility for the boys and girls, so which includes the motorized treadmills and epicyclic train, and then hybrid cycle is there, and all necessary equipments which is required for the gym.
I'm Nazia Qadri, Deputy Registrar Accounts, NIT Srinagar. I have joined this institute in the year 2020. As a Deputy Registrar Accounts, my scope of work is to assist the registrar of the institution in all the financial matters. My work includes preparation of annual budgets, mobilization of funds, preparation and submission of utilization certificates to the funding agencies, monitoring of all sorts of expenditures, maintenance of accounts, and all generation of financial reports. In nutshell, all the financial activities of the institute are being performed under my supervision.
I, Faisal Irshad Ganai, am working as Deputy Registrar Administration in NIT Srinagar. I have joined this institution in December 2019. I have an administrative experience of around 10 years working in higher education institutions. Here in NIT Srinagar, I handle general administration, personnel department, recruitment of staff, teaching as well as non-teaching, FCBOG meetings, and communications with the Ministry of Education, Government of India. We at NIT Srinagar strive hard to provide best student-related services, strong support system to academic, teaching and research activities, smooth employee-related services.
My name is Mubashir Ahmedwani. I'm working as Assistant Registrar Audit. My experience in government sector is around 12 years. In finance, I was working for 4.5 years, and public procurement 5.5 years. And rest of my experience is internal audit, as internal auditor in the National Institute of Technology. And I also around 3 years experience in private sector. Well, my job as internal audit, as Assistant Registrar Internal Audit, is to ensure that every procurement or whatever we spend is as per the Government of India norms. And besides my auditing, I ensure I am a part of the pre-auditing team also in procurement and works and other administrative function of the institute. So my prime motto is everything should be completed in minimum possible time with effectiveness and efficiency.
My name is Mohammad Hazik. I am an Assistant Registrar here at NIT Srinagar. I have been associated with this institute since 2020. I have a 9-year experience in public finance and retail credit. At NIT Srinagar, I look after the legal division, the S&P office and online grievances. I am also the designated transparency officer for the institute under RTI mandate. Our constant endeavor here is to establish a well-defined work process along with minimum turnaround time. We are also working towards making NIT Srinagar a transparent organization by ensuring maximum suo motu disclosure.
Myself, Shahid Hamid Najar, working in NIT Srinagar at the capacity of Assistant Registrar Finance and Accounts. Before joining NIT Srinagar, I have worked in Central University of Kashmir in Finance and Accounts for 7 years. Here at NIT Srinagar, I am involved in preparing budgets, annual accounts of the institute, and all the communications related to financials with the Ministry of Education.
Myself, Mohammad Iqbal Dar. I have joined this institute on 10th of August 2020 as Assistant Registrar. Presently, I am holding the charge of Assistant Registrar of Administration Section, which includes the Personnel Department as well as the Recruitment Section. In Personnel Department, I am responsible for handling the service matters of both faculty as well as the non-faculty staff. In addition to that, I am also responsible for looking after the service matters of outsourced staff and the contractual staff.